If you're running a crypto or a blockchain project and want to get real media coverage, not just empty press releases, then this video is for you, because I'm going to show you exactly how we helped one blockchain project get more than 85 publications in 11 languages, including Tier 1 news websites like Cointelegraph and CoinMarketCap. And stick around until the end of this video, because I will also share the exact email templates we use to pitch journalists, so you can copy them for your next product launch. But first, let me tell you about the crypto project we had. Our client, Next Generation, was a completely new company with zero brand awareness. Nobody in the media had ever heard of them, so getting attention from journalists was pretty tough. But they did have two strong advantages that shaped our PR strategy. First, they were backed by French fintech giant Tempo France and partnered with payment processing company Decta. Both of these companies are respected names in the fintech industry. And by highlighting these connections, we could instantly borrow their credibility. Journalists already trusted those brands, so attaching them to the story gave it extra weight. Second thing is that the news itself was a pretty big deal in the blockchain industry and crypto in general. Next Generation became one of the first companies in Europe to launch a euro-pegged stablecoin under new MiCA regulations. MiCA had just gone into effect, and everyone in the crypto media was looking for real examples of projects working under the new rules. So altogether, these two factors gave us the perfect news angle. We had trusted partnership plus a fresh, trending story. That combination determined our PR strategy and created a strong reason for journalists to cover the project. Now, let's walk through the exact steps we used so you can see how this strategy came together. Step number 1. Anchoring to big news. We knew that MiCA was one of the hottest topics in the crypto media at that moment. Journalists were actively looking for stories about regulation and stablecoins. So, we positioned this launch as part of the very first wave of euro stablecoins built under new MiCA regulations. That way, when a reporter opened our pitch, they instantly saw why it was relevant right now. Step number 2. Start from the top of the food chain. Next, we went after the biggest crypto and fintech outlets. The logic here was pretty simple. If outlets like Cointelegraph and CoinMarketCap cover our story, then dozens of smaller and mid-sized websites will likely repost it. So instead of wasting time and blasting every single news media outlet, we focused on the Tier 1 media outlets, knowing that the rest would follow. Spoiler, it worked. Step number 3 was handpicking the right journalist. We did not just send a mass emails. Instead, we researched exactly which reporters had written about MiCA, stablecoins, or fiat to crypto regulations within the last 6 months. So the outreach list was short and highly targeted. The 6 months timeframe mattered because journalists change beats over time, and by keeping it recent, we made sure we were talking to people who were still interested in the topic. Step number 4 was to split our outreach into 2 tracks. So here is how we structured the outreach. The editorial teams received the full press release with all the assets and costs, so they could publish it right away. Individual journalists received short, personal emails that referenced their recent work and highlighted only the most important part of the story. Then, if they showed more interest, we sent them more details. By doing this, we got the best of both worlds. Editorial teams gave us instant publications, while journalists gave us deeper stories and unique media coverage. So this mix gave us both speed and quality in our media results. So now let's look at the exact email formats we used, because this is the part you can copy right away and use in your own project. First, here is the email we sent to the editors. And as you can see, this was a very direct email. The subject line contained only the core fact itself, plus big brands I mentioned previously that outlets might recognize. In the email body, we kept it super short and simple. First, a short 2-sentence description of the news, then the full press release pasted below, so editors could immediately see what happened and had a source to read all the details they want to read. They do not want long stories or extra explanations. They just need the facts and the link to full assets. And here comes the journalist pitch. The subject line again was only the fact itself, no slogans or fluff. For the email body, we used a short 4-sentence structure. We started by connecting the news to the journalist beat, so we referenced their previous work to show we've actually read their articles. Next, we explained the news and why it mattered into 2 clear sentences. Finally, we gave them link to the full press release so they could dive deeper if they wanted. And that's it. You don't need to add extra filler words if you truly respect the journalist's time. So what happened after we sent those features? Within the first 5 days, we started seeing real results. We got featured in Cointelegraph, CoinMarketCap, The Papers, and Finextra. These are some of the most trusted outlets in crypto and fintech space, so that gave the project instant credibility. Next, once those stories went live, something interesting happened. Other websites noticed and started picking up the news as well. This is what we call the snowball effect. When the top-tier outlets publish, mid-sized and smaller outlets do not want to miss it out, so they share the story on their own. And because of this chain reaction, the coverage kept spreading. Over the following weeks, the news appeared in more than 85 publications in 11 different languages. On top of that, the project earned over 200 brand mentions across the internet. So think about it. A company that started with 0 brand awareness suddenly had a global footprint with articles in multiple languages and recognition from the biggest names in the industry. That is the kind of visibility that can change the trajectory of a crypto project. Now, will this strategy work for you? You might be wondering if the same approach can help your project too. And the short answer is yes, but only if your news is something that journalists actually care about. Next, let's be clear. Journalists do not cover just everything, so you need to give them a strong reason to pay attention. So what if you only have a new product launch, a white paper or industry report with fresh market data? In that case, the PR strategy might look different. Instead of trying to frame it as a breaking news, you may want to package it as thought leadership, trend analysis, or even use paid media to get initial traction. The key point here is very simple. Newsworthiness is the fuel. If you have it, journalists will spread your story, and if you don't, then you need to adjust the PR strategy so it still provides value to the journalists and their readers. If you want to see the full case study with the numbers and coverage we earned, hit the link in the description below. And if you would like us to run this exact playbook for your next crypto launch, there is also a link to book a strategy call with me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if this was helpful, and thanks for watching.